In this tutorial in Titler Pro, we're going to show you how to add an object to your Titler Pro title and make it rotate by using keyframes. What I'd like to do first of all is show you a sample of what this finished product might look like. We're using the Titler Pro that comes with Cyberlink PowerDirector Ultimate or 365. If you have Titler Pro 1.0 or 1.5 in any other context, it should operate about the same way. But here's an example of what we're shooting for. So I have my slow motion clip. I'll play a few frames of it here. And let's add our title. So we'll stop that. I'm going to move my time indicator or playhead in a little bit. And then we'll click on the T on the left side, or we can press the F7 key to get to my title room. The easiest way to go to Titler Pro is click on the down arrow, drag the slider to the bottom, and choose New Blue. Then I'll drag my title, and I can drop it at the timeline on track or the title track and let go, and it will insert a title at that location. I'm going to double click on my Titler Pro title. That will get me into my edit room, and I will edit the text here. We'll just call it Sliding Home. And then we're going to click on the Styles button to the upper left of the preview window. That will load all of my styles. I'll double click on one, and then I will move the title to the lower right corner. Now we're going to have to add an object. We're going to use a baseball as we have in another tutorial. So I click on the File menu at the upper left corner and then click on Import Image. That will take me to my file system, and I'll navigate to the folder that has my baseball. So I found my object. I'll double click on it, and that will bring it into my Titler Pro title as an object. It simply calls it Shape. I wish we could rename it, but in this version we cannot. To highlight it, I simply click on it, and then I see the bounding box. I also see that track appears in darker blue. So either way, by clicking on the sliding home, I can go back and edit my title. By clicking on the shape or the form of the shape, I make that the active editing part. So let's take our ball, and I'm going to reposition it up on the upper left corner. And then we're going to do some things with it in terms of keyframing for rotation. So to turn on keyframing, on the left side of the panel at the bottom, I have a very small checkbox which simply says Turn on Keyframing. When I click on that, it will add a keyframe. It will call it Keyframe 1, and it adds it at the first frame of my title. Now if I play here, nothing happens because I only have a single keyframe with a value that is maintained during the duration of the title. Let's move in a little bit. I'll move my indicator here, and then I'll take my baseball image and drag, and the minute I move it, it creates a second keyframe because it says the position values are different. And so now I have a second keyframe. Now I'm going to move to another moment in my production, another frame in my title. And then when I move it again, it will automatically add a keyframe 3. You notice it numbers them sequentially. And we'll move over a little bit more. And I'll move it one more time to get to the top. And there's keyframe 4. And we'll do one more. And I'll drag it down. And we'll actually move it off the screen so we can't see the ball. I'm just seeing the corner of the object. So when I go to the beginning and play it, I have it moving to the right, bouncing to the bottom, up to the top, and then off the screen to the left. Well, let's say we want it to rotate. How do we do that? Well, we do that by modifying another parameter of each keyframe. I go to keyframe 1, and here we are at the first frame of the title, and I want to move a rotation value. Now I'm looking at the Z value. So I start, and I'm going to go to the left at the minus values, and we'll call it rotating a little bit. And now it's starting to spin. So if I play this first part of it, we notice it rotated. But when I got to keyframe 2, it was not rotating, so it adjusted. So keyframe 2, I need to modify the Z value on rotation. Let's see, go this way. Let's go to keyframe 3. And now I want to go the opposite way. So I'm going to go back up to the Z value on rotation and have it spin this way. Move to keyframe 4. And let's see, maybe I want it to go clockwise on this one. So I make sure I'm on 4. And we're going to go clockwise. And let's see what it looks like. I'll show you how to adjust this if you get any of them the reverse of what you want. We'll go to the beginning and we'll play this. Okay, it's spinning, 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 and off. Let's go back and change one of them. The first time I don't have any rotation, so we'll stop this. We'll go back to keyframe 1. Okay, and I look at my value, it's minus here. Let's see. Let me make it a little more dramatic. Go to keyframe 2, and I'm going to spin it even more. And now we'll play it again by going to the beginning. It's very easy to adjust. As you can see there, it's spinning, spinning, up and off. So you can adjust this as many times you want in the keyframes to make it look like the ball is actually rotating as it bounces around the screen. So that's how you adjust the position value of an object that you import into a title in Titler Pro. And when we're done, we simply click on the X, and we'll play this as part of our movie. Back it up just a few frames, and here we have it. The ball goes across, down, up, and off the screen. Now you notice it popped off earlier than it should have. Why? Because my keyframe in Titler Pro, my title, here, if I look on duration, click on the clock, here it's 5 seconds long. In my title, it was 8 seconds long, so I need to change it to 8 to match. If I want it longer than 8, which is the default, I'll have to change that inside of Titler Pro. So now we'll play it again. It should not disappear from the screen before it's done. And there we go. That's the way we wanted it. So that's an example of how to use this technique in CyberLink PowerDirector using the add-on of Titler Pro, which is found either in the Ultimate version or the 365 version.